Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. Today's the day that the Viking tent comes down because we got to make room for the summer tent to come up. So come join us. Yes, I'm in a tank top and it's springtime and there's a bunch of snow all around me, but it's actually really hot in the sun right now. The snow is melting pretty fast right now on the deck, which I'm very happy about because I like to get my other tent up here shortly. I have some concerns about my deck that I want to share with you. Maybe you guys have some ideas for me. And I also have a helper with me today. Come over here, helper. There's my helper. So it's so much easier if I have two people to take down this Viking tent than just one. So let's get started.
Yes.
Okay, while Madison unties the cross paracords, the paracords that went across, if you're not familiar with my channel, go check me out. I've been camping in this tent a lot of the winter time, so check that out in early spring too, because I couldn't get up here in all winter. But if you notice, and I mentioned it before in one of my other videos, you see that little bit of screen duct tape? That's what I'm concerned about when I'm taking this thing down, is that's gonna break even more, or I think it might be all the way broken. When I put that tape on there, it wasn't all the way broken, and now I think that it might be. So we got to be really careful in taking it down and watching those heads and stuff and making sure that they don't crack anymore, or the other head on the other side is going to crack too. So I'm really concerned about that. I do plan on putting this Viking tent somewhere else on my property, but right now, just because of all the snow and the snow drifts that we have here, it's almost impossible to walk over there. That I am just gonna lay it on the deck for right now, just bring it down so that way the next time I come out here, if I'm ready, I don't know, because it might be one of those spur of the moment things, but if I'm ready, I'm just gonna put up my summer tent, and this will just lessen the time to put up the summer tent because I don't have to take this down first, and that's why I'm doing it right now. And you're joining me, so thank you. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of show you some of the things on the tent itself. I did do a how to build a Viking tent video, or the build of my Viking tent video. If you're curious of making one of these on your own, go check out those videos. But I'm just gonna kind of point out some things that I feel that worked, some things that I might change on the tent as well. Okay, again, now we have all the strings untied, and so it's a little bit wobbly now. Show them how wobbly it gets, Madison. See, without the strings, it's a little bit wobbly. I don't know how to fix that other than, you know, doing what I did with this string. So if you have a different idea for that, let me know, because I don't know how to make it a little bit more secure without tying some crossbars on it. So again, I'm always open to your suggestions on that. My biggest concern, the head's falling off. Now I can fix it, and I want to thank you guys for so many comments to tell me what I need to do. I have ideas of a fastener. I have ideas of a little dowel that I could stick in there and glue it together. I have to wait until it gets warm enough for that. So I'm not fixing it now, but maybe when I put it up somewhere else on the property, then I'll fix it then. So I have to pound on it. This is my mallet. So I got to pound on it so I can get out of that little peg hole. And then I'm going to hold it, and she's going to bring the heads down gently.
Yeah.
Because they're my It's my Viking tent. Okay, let's try this and see how it works.
All right.
Okay, ready? So, you see where it's cracking there?
Yep.
That's where I want you to hold it. On the other side, it's actually cracked already on that side too. We're just trying to stabilize it a little bit. Are you ready? I'm nervous. No, hold it where it's cracked, yeah. Ow. It's coming. Okay, can you hold both of them or no? Okay, so let that one down. Like slowly go down. Yeah, it'll just go down. This is why it's good to have two people here. Okay. Well, that was easy. This is the hard part, because we had Kylo last time. Hold on to this side. That's a seal.
Seal? Seagull. Oh.
Maybe on this side. Okay, Madison's looking to see if we have an extra tarp here, because I was thinking it might be nice just to cover it in a tarp. It might be a month before I can come out here again. I don't know. It all depends on when the snow melts. I think that I'll try to get out here in the next couple weeks and check to see if the snow has melted and kind of where the status of that is. I'll probably take you guys along. Just so we can get a little status update of when the tent's going to be coming up, so I can get a better idea. But I want to show you the head of the dragon close up. Yeah, that's a clean break. That's a clean break. And again, it's just held on right now by the duct tape in the bottom. I'm going to situate it a little bit better when I leave, so it's not just hanging there. This one is doing okay, but if I were to flip it over, you see a little crack coming down here. So it's going to happen on both sides. So I'll need a plan for that. Did you find a tarp?
Yeah, it's all the way over there.
Really?
Yeah, but I think I can get it.
Okay, you can do it.
Hey, Mom, there's like icicles down there that are like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like dripping all around here.
Yeah, well, that brings me to my next issue that I want to talk about is the deck. If you have watched my channel, I have built this deck with a friend of mine, and now we've had a record amount of weather this winter. I'm gonna sit down. Let's sit down and chat for a bit. I need your ideas. So my concern is, if you were here when I was building the deck, or if you haven't watched that video, check out that video because I'd like some advice from you. Is that this is a floating deck, which means that it's not secured in the ground. It has cement footings to them, and then we put the I think 4x4s in them, and we built the deck that way. Being that this has been a crazy winter and there still is just a ton of snow even on the deck, I'm concerned about the deck moving and not being level. I'm gonna come out here with the level and see kind of where it's at, but I'm a little concerned by that, and that the deck is gonna start kind of tilting a little bit. I don't know if you guys have any ideas for me regarding that, but this is like a record amount of wet and snow, and I got a feeling this spring is gonna be a really wet spring as well. So let me know what ideas that you might have on that. Well, that is taking down the Viking tent. That's pretty easy. There's really nothing to it. It is a lot better with 2 people than 1. So thanks, Madison, for coming. We're still going to be looking for a tarp underneath the deck. We're going to crawl underneath the deck. Yeah. We're not going to take you along for that. That gets nasty. And we're gonna go try to find a tarp so we can wrap this thing in a tarp, and then we will be heading back to the city. So just a short trip up here. I appreciate you coming. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Really fast, I want to show you guys another error that we had. Let me show you. Look at that. It's cut all the way down to there, so I really only have like that much 2x4 left. What is your advice to fix that? It is only a 2x4, and they're not really expensive, and it's not the one with the dowel in it, which I'm happy about. So I'm thinking maybe I just build another one, but I don't know. What's your thought for a quick fix of this? I would love to know. Thank you.